Welcome, everyone. This is Coffee with the Journalist. I'm not in church, but it almost kind of looks like it. And I'm Beck Bamberger, and we do this show so that publicists can know a little bit better of how to work with our journalist friends, writers, reporters, freelancers, editors, such as Allison Murray, who's here with us today. She just got promoted. Round of applause for
Thank
Allison,
you.
now the senior editor at ZDNET, used to be a staff writer. So, Allison, let's get right into it. How'd you nail the promotion besides being excellent, of course?
Well, I've been at ZDNet for 3 years since
Exactly.
January. It's been 3 years. So, really, I've seen the whole transition of when we rebranded back in 2022,
Hmm.
to really focusing on our core tech categories and building out our commerce team. We call it the advice team over at ZDNet.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, just been around for all the changes and all the things. So excited to continue to help us grow and do better at what we do best.
Hmm. And for those who do not know, because I do like to ask this and make sure everyone knows this, how do you classify what ZDNet's coverage is like? It's a lot of tech, but tell us more.
Yes, so we've been around for 30 years, but up until recently, it was just B2B, is what we
Yep.
focused on. But I'd say around 2021, we started transitioning into consumer technology. So right now, we're focusing on, we like to say, disruptive innovation. And our mission is kind of twofold. So helping people understand the future of technology and how it will impact them. And then also what the products are that they can get today to get a taste of that future.
Hmm.
A lot of our audience is professionals or early adopters. So looking at the technology that they can use at work and at home is really important for us to highlight.
Work and home, clear distinction. And now for you, Allison, well, actually, I bet it's now changed because as editor, that role has shifted from what you used to cover. Tell us a little bit of what you're covering now, as in like the future, because I was going to go through all your articles you've written, but maybe that kind of doesn't apply as much anymore.
Yeah, no, I'll still be covering the same things. I like to say that I'm kind of like the random niche writer at ZDNet. So I cover like pet technology,
Yes, notebooks, digital notebooks,
e-readers.
yes.
Yep.
Spring sales on Amazon, yes. Samsung Galaxy watches, yes, yes.
Yeah, kind of whatever is random tech. I
Yeah.
guess that I'm the one to cover that. So really interesting and neat tech is my niche.
Oh, okay. Now it is a lot of gadgets. It is a lot of things, and they're from speakers to phones to other things. Do you receive these? Do you test them live and in the mail and so forth?
Yeah, so I do a lot of product reviews.
Mhm.
Like I've done a sunrise alarm clock from Hatch.
Saw that. Yes.
I've done a couple record players with Audio Technica, and then also some tablets like from Wacom with drawing and Kindle stuff too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And do you ship them back? By the way, like I want to just have publicists know your policy because every newsroom is quite specific. Either they like ship it back, either they don't like even accept anything, unless it's requested and so forth. How does it work for you all?
Yeah, I always like ask to ship it back and ask for a shipping
Yes.
label. Sometimes the company says, you can keep it, or I'll send it to someone. I'll send the team who could use it for like a different review that they're doing. I did do a robot litter box, and that they insisted I keep because it was, cat
Yeah. How
cat
you gonna?
feces and stuff that was in it.
Yeah. How,
So
how you gonna send that back? Understandable. Okay. Alison, let's talk about your inbox and how you manage it. How is your inbox?
It was good last week,
Okay.
but
What
this
happened?
week it's
What
this week
happened?
it's not.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I mean it's okay. I have two unreads in my main. but a lot in spam. And unfortunately, a lot of really good pitches end up in spam for some reason. So I do like to go through the spam a lot to make sure that I'm seeing everything.
Ooh, I haven't heard someone say really good pitches land in spam. Oh, so you're
Yeah,
checking your spam box. Okay.
yeah, I am.
Oh, how often? Now you're
Oh,
making
every
me think.
day.
I got every day. Okay, every day you're like
Yeah,
looking for the treasure trove of some pitches in there.
yeah. You never know
Oh,
what you're gonna get in the spam folder for sure.
oh. Why are so many falling in spam? Would you say?
I don't know. I haven't cracked the
Huh?
code yet on Ziff Davis's like how they do
Yeah,
spam.
yeah,
We
yeah.
just use email, so I'm not sure what the algorithm is, but
Hmm.
a lot of it is spam.
Yeah.
A
Oh,
lot of
yeah,
it is
yeah.
spam.
I'm looking at mine right now. I'm
But
like, yeah, this is all spam. No, nothing juicy.
mhm.
Okay, interesting. Okay, what are you doing to control the mayhem that must be there?
Yeah, just pretty much looking every day and trying to narrow it down every day. Reading and deleting things and responding every day really helps kind of keep it manageable.
Okay, so reading and deleting. So are you one of the inbox zero type of people, or are you just like let it roll and I just delete whatever I want?
Yeah, I try to be inbox zero. I do.
Nothing's
I'm
more
pretty good at
satisfying.
it.
Oh my gosh, nothing. It's so
It
satisfying.
is.
Oh,
It is.
oh,
I love it. So it's less stressful when you see that.
oh
So
my God, it is, and nothing like the little dopamine hit because of course they do this. At least on Gmail, that's what we're on. I think it says like, "Hooray, you've read all your emails." It says, "Hey, oh yeah." In fact, like I just delete all the spam. It says, "Hooray, no spam here," and I'm like, "Yes,
yeah,
hooray,
yeah, the
hooray,
hooray.
hooray, hooray for me." Okay, Allison, what is making you go, "Ooh, that's a pitch I gotta open"?
Yeah, so right now I would say I will be focusing again more on reviews and
Mhm.
reviewing products. So I got this one, reviews offer upcoming product news from product brand name. Um, and that one is a great one because it's saying, you can review this. This is a new product coming. Here's the news. And so I open it, and that one did work on me. So
Allison, it looks like you broke up there. Can you repeat that just a second ago? I don't know if it was on my side or your side. So you were saying just for the
sure.
product reviews, the one pitch. I don't know if it was on your side, my side. Go ahead. Say it again. So
Yeah.
one of the
So
pitches you really like.
yeah, I got a pitch that said reviews offer and then dash upcoming product news from brand name. And I really like that one because it tells you you can have the review. We'll send it to you. Here's the news of it. Here's what's new. There was a press release in it, so that's perfect for
Mm,
what we do at ZDNet.
perfect. Okay. Is there an example of what you don't like and what drives you crazy?
Yes,
Do
yes.
tell. That's what we're here for.
Um, I don't like when people use your article in ZDNet as the subject line because that makes me think that there's a mistake in an article or a typo or something. So I open it, but then it's like some kind of pitch. So I really don't like that kind of pitching
Ooh, because you feel
because,
like, oh, it's
like
going to be feedback on my piece, and it's actually a pitch.
right, right.
Uh,
So I'm like, oh, okay, well, that was kind of lame. Also, I used to be a freelancer like 3.5 years ago, so I still get a lot of pitches in my personal email. And I don't like that either because it just clogs up my personal inbox. So I try to, tell people like, here's my work email, please, use that. But that annoys me a little bit, but it's also understandable because I did freelance for quite some time. So
you did do freelance. By the way, is the life with more of the full time better than freelance, would you say? Or do you miss kind of the free flowingness of freelance?
I like, I think I like both, but I definitely like the structure of full time better. And just being in one place at once is also way better instead of like a bunch of different places at once as a freelancer. But I respect the freelance hustle for sure, and I understand it. So
It is tough. We've had many freelancers on here, and they're not only getting all the pitches, but then they got to be pitching themselves. So yeah,
right,
it
right.
is a lot. Okay, Allison, you're in the Chicago-ish area.
Hmm.
Do you want to make relationships with publicists, like in person at all? Do you ever want to hang out with them, or are you like, no, just see me on email?
Yes and no. I don't really get into the city too much,
Mm.
but also I'm a remote worker, so it's
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of a little lonely.
yeah.
um,
Okay, fair
just like
answer.
me and
Fair.
my cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm definitely open to meeting people in the city for sure.
Ooh, okay. So what would entice you to say that yes? Because you're like, yeah, I'm around, I could do it, but what makes it like, okay, I'm going to make the journey for that? Is it an event? Is it tell us more.
Probably an event,
Okay.
because then I know for sure I can write about it, and cover it, and it'll be beneficial.
Hmm.
Um, or like a big name brand that is going to reach out and I can meet with them.
Hmm. Okay. So big brands, some event you could talk about. Okay, good, good.
Yeah.
Any other ways that people can make a relationship with you that you find helpful?
I'm pretty active on LinkedIn, and I do check my DMs on there, so I'm always open to that as well.
Do you find you're getting a lot of spam though these days?
I get a
On
lot of
LinkedIn?
like ads from LinkedIn, or
Oh.
like a LinkedIn, like I don't, you know what I mean? Like it's like an
Hmm.
ad from LinkedIn in my inbox.
Hmm. Yeah.
So,
Hmm.
but I do talk to a lot of people on LinkedIn, real
Okay.
people.
LinkedIn's where it's at. I've been telling people. How would you describe your life day in the life of Allison? Give us that little overview.
Good question. It's kind of chaotic at the moment
Okay.
because I am kind of playing managing editor for our team while my main editor is out on maternity leave.
Oh boy.
Um, so I've kind of had to pause my job for a second
Oh
while
boy.
kind of handling
Oh
all of
boy.
that. But on an average day, when she's here, I would say checking my emails first thing in the morning, non-negotiable. I probably check them in the morning and then like once or twice in the afternoon too. Um, Probably editing first,
Okay.
then writing.
Okay.
I feel like editing gets me in the mood to write because I'm already working with words.
Hmm.
So editing, then writing, and then I like to do like the review stuff. So like taking pictures, making notes about like products. That's more like of an
God, you do
afternoon
the
thing
whole
for me.
thing. Oh my gosh. So you're like even setting up the stuff and taking the photos.
Yes, with my little iPhone. I
Oh, hey, hey.
don't have a crazy camera or anything, but it works.
I love it. This is great. That is a packed day. Okay, so then how are you? When are you looking at the inbox? I'm
In the
like, what?
mornings,
Yeah.
yeah. In the mornings, I look at it first thing, and I try to answer as
Wow.
many as I can.
Okay. Wow.
Um, and then there's like obviously some afternoon stuff, because I work with some people who are on the West Coast.
Yeah.
So catching up with all that too in the afternoon.
Love it. Love it. Okay. Packed time. Okay. So we have covered, to be clear with everybody so far, Allison, how to make relationships with you, some of your pet peeves. Is there anything that you haven't answered yet? Like, did you have some subject lines that you wanted to share further or whatnot? I just want to make sure we cover all the things because you've listened to a handful of episodes.
I do want to call out this really funny pitch that I got one
Ooh,
time.
ooh, okay, do it. Let's see. Yeah.
It like changed my life. It was so funny. So we cover Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Obviously, it's like the hugest event for us at ZDNET.
Yes.
Hugest commerce event. And my first year here in 2022, I got a pitch for a casket deal for Black Friday, Cyber Monday,
A
and
casket?
it was like so funny to me because first of all, that's not what we cover at all. Second of all,
Nope.
like
Nope.
who's going to buy
There's going to be
that, and it was
it's on sale. Let me get it now. Oh my
yeah,
God.
and it was to buy your own casket too. Like,
No.
get ahead of the game, buy your own casket with this deal.
What?
So I sent it to all my coworkers. I was like, this is insane. It was
This
so
is
funny.
insane. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
It sounds like you didn't do anything with this. No.
No, no.
Okay, yeah. It's just,
Can't say I could, no.
wow. Wow.
I don't know
Okay.
what publication that would be great for, to be honest with you, but
Yeah, that's a little difficult. A little difficult for
yeah.
me. Hmm. Wow, but that's
Yeah.
fun. Holler to
So
that
that
publicist.
was the
He's like,
one
you
that
know
was
what
like
I'm
the
gonna send?
craziest.
You know what I'm gonna send? Yeah. Wow. Okay. Anything else you just want to mention, tout, promote, etc.?
I don't think so.
Okay. Okay. Well, I do have a little quick fire questioning Q&A, as you've probably heard before. So
Mhm.
let's see if what the answers we get, if that sounds good.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. Okay. First off, oh wait, let me get to the little part where I have. Okay. Video or phone interview?
Video.
Okay. Why video, by the way?
Um, I feel like I like seeing the person and putting a face to who I'm talking to and who I'm interviewing. Because then it just feels more personal, especially as a remote worker, just being able to see someone.
Okay. So you get yes, and you get that connection there. Okay. Bullet
Hmm.
points or paragraphs in a pitch?
Bullet points for
Bullet
sure.
points all the way. Images
Yes.
attached or a Dropbox zip file?
I prefer images attached personally. Dropbox for me, I like it, but it can get a little confusing and all the zip files and stuff. So I just like the images right there where I can see them and access them.
I'm with you on that. You touched on this already that you're very on LinkedIn with the DMs, but yeah, email or any DMs of any sort?
I prefer email over
Yes.
DMs probably because I
Yes.
check that more. But
Yes. What about follow-ups? How many follow-ups is too many?
after after two, it's a lot. I would say two is the max. Yeah.
Two's the max. Okay. How about direct creative subject lines?
Uh, for me, direct, I
Okay.
would say.
Okay. Direct.
I will open some of the creative ones though, for
Okay.
sure.
I mean, casket on sale. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay. Press release or media kit?
Press release. I'm old school.
Okay. You like the press release? Okay.
Hmm.
Time you usually read pitches? We touched about on it a little bit earlier.
Mornings and afternoons. Yeah,
Mornings
mostly
and
mornings.
afternoons. I like it. Okay. And then, oh, yeah, we didn't talk about this so much. It was on my last episode. This was very prominent because the fintech space. Sources. Like, what's a good source for you? Is it the insider, the PR person from a big tech company, or what would you say?
Yeah, I'd say having relationships with specific brands and PR people who represent brands are important because they're going to come to me with the latest product announcements and product updates. Um, Also, just experts in general in like the consumer tech industry. We're always looking to, kind of talk to experts in the field to up our own expertise as well.
Okay. Experts in the field. Okay. And then, is it helpful at all to have people who are like, well, see, I don't know. You clarify for me. Is it important to have people who like run big sale, like to know, what Walmart's doing, Amazon's doing, any big Best Buy? But you kind of probably know that. I'm sure you're probably getting the scoop on that.
Yes, yeah, we have a dedicated deals editor who is like on top of all of that stuff. But all of us we're a small team at ZDNET, so we all wear a lot of hats. So we're all kind of doing deals when there is a big commerce event like Prime Day or Cyber Monday. So send those our way.
Okay, send them your way. They're coming to you, Allison. Anything lastly that we can promote, tout, celebrate about you?
Um, I don't think so. Just definitely keep ZDNet on your radar. We are a small but mighty publication for sure.
Okay. Keeping it on the radar. And if anyone goes to Chicago, she's down for some coffee. Make it good. Make it an
Yes,
event.
or drinks.
Make it an event. Or drinks. She goes to drinks. Awesome. Allison, thank you so much for being here today. And also
Thank
congratulations on
you.
your promotion. Look at you, superstar.
Thank you.